What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all very much. Hope everybody's doing well and enjoyed the election. Quite interesting. I was shocked for a couple reasons. One, I wasn't expecting a landslide. For some reason, I anticipated it being more kind of like the previous election where it was kind of close and then maybe something kind of came out the next day. So definitely like I didn't get what I expected there. But the second thing that was very interesting, I thought about the election was a lot of the like kind of like public figures that are Democrats, whether they're famous or just have a big following or whatever. A lot of them actually like congratulated Trump and like said, I don't know. And then I was thinking just about Pluto finishing in Capricorn, even, and like kind of a spin that I didn't really see coming, right? Was like maybe, Pluto finishing here does establish some type of integrity back into Capricorn in the United States, at least, or in the world. But, we're also in this Neptune and Pisces thing. And I don't know, part of me wants to be extremely hopeful just in general and like the way markets are going up and like gosh who knows, like maybe there's a lot of potential for us out there over the next few years, and I want to be on that train too, but it's also one of those things where it's like, oh, I don't want to get over hopeful and kind of delusioned by Neptune finishing in Pisces over the next 6 months um at these late degrees where it's like gosh there's still a lot of smoke and mirrors out there, you know what I mean? So I don't know, just putting that out there. A couple thoughts I had, and guess I wanted to share. Let's take a look at the astrology for Thursday. We are going to see the moon for the final time in our lives conjuncting with Pluto in Capricorn. Pretty crazy. I don't know what it is about these like final things that we're going to see or once in a lifetime transits and stuff, but they sure do tickle they just tickle me a little bit because we're never going to see a Pluto in Capricorn again with a moon in Capricorn in its fall position. I mean, this can definitely dig up a lot. We're seeing the moon with the dispositor of Scorpio, and we're seeing the sun at the midpoint here, 15 degrees coming to 16 degrees of Scorpio, and the moon's going to not only conjunct with Pluto, but also oppose Mars when it comes into Aquarius, and even before that, we get a nice sextile to Neptune. And we get a nice trine over to Uranus. So it's such an interesting day, and I think it's about like consolidated focus into our personal lives and our goals and becoming determined, I think, for our own greatness. If Capricorn is the top of the chart and kind of is that legacy and that greatness, this is a really good opportunity to, I think, find a lot of liberation in establishing ourselves in the bedrock, if you will, of our own inner foundation that can achieve greatness, that kind of came here for purpose. And, this can be where I think a lot of big sort of inner revelations are made, and Mars kind of activates that with the opposition in Leo. And, especially like a moon coming into Aquarius, where it is kind of about the people and you know, objectivity and seeing the whole picture from like a zoomed out lens. Um, and not losing ourselves in the zoomed out lens, and even coming off a moon sextile Neptune where we can have sort of these delusions of grandeur about where things can go, but to still be grounded, but to be objective. And I think to have that sort of hopefulness, even with Venus approaching the galactic center, with it approaching a square to Neptune, with Neptune square the galactic center, um, just like there's so many possibilities in life right now, and just in general in this creation, and we just want to be solid, and I think disciplined within ourselves to achieve big things, to broaden our horizons, to relate from a better, more evolved spiritual place to our surroundings, to our relationships, to ourselves, and even the quincunx to Uranus with Venus is another quite interesting aspect. And we're also seeing Mercury enter pre-retrograde shadow today. So this Thursday is it's such a like deep look at how to see the expanse and find liberation in the possibilities of like these different merging timelines and where things can go in our life, and but also narrowing our focus. Oh jeez, dropped my pen. But also narrowing our focus and our intent within ourselves to achieve and to work hard and to strive and to not give up, and to, I think, realize a lot of inner authority and power that we have to be creators on this planet, and to not lose ourselves in too much of the sauce, if you will, because there's like a level of this that could be like hyper delusional and like just putting way too much, hope or faith in something else to be what is the savior, and really it's going to be you and the decisions you make and the things you do in your life that will always be the savior. And I think just like a day like this is a good reminder to have that discipline, to be both broad in a sense of what's possible and what to be hopeful for, but also to be, sort of narrowed down and tailored and objective about the truth of our own personal lives, and how, we have to put effort and work in to ourselves all the time, and to our growth and to our spiritual growth and to whatever it might be with our families, to our relationships, to ourselves. And we gotta be like on our game, I think, there, because if we decide to just slip and think that just something's gonna make everything better in our lives, I still am among, I'm still on the side of the fence where like that ain't like nothing's just gonna make your life instantly better. It's you and your growth and your maturity and your perspective on life that is gonna make your life better. So definitely could see some like changes of perspective within our own way of relating to ourselves, our values, to how we want to be a builder and a creator in our lives. And I think knowing when enough is enough, and where we're not seeing the results that we want to get out of things, and to cut things off, but also knowing where there's still great potential, and to still strive and work for those things, and to try to not get frustrated by taking a step back in life, and to not get overly excited about one step forward, but to kind of remain disciplined and calm, and be able to kind of see where we can make the necessary tweaks and changes, and find more liberation and more individuality, especially as the moon finishes in Aquarius, and to see how connected we can all be too. And I think the more we realize that if we can find more common ground and work together, the possibilities of what power we can have together as humans, can really start to take place. So suppose if there was one hope, I would hope that there's more unity that just finds our collective, because we've been so divided for the last, almost 5 years, 4.5 years. The divide has just been insane. And even before that, even the last half of Pluto and Capricorn, the last 8 years, has just been intense division, that's been building and building. But it's like maybe there's potential that we start to close gaps through our own, consciousness that is evolving as a collective, and maybe we start to see the benefits of that. But I think today's chart is a good reminder that starts as individuals, and that starts with our own discipline and taking care of our own business and handling things, and knowing when is enough, and having healthy boundaries, and also knowing when to hit the gas pedal and make things happen, to not get too lost in our minds, but to find some way to kind of ground ourselves in so many different possibilities, and feel like comfortable with that. because things can go, the divide could get even bigger. But maybe it won't. Maybe it'll get smaller. And we just have to kind of see where that goes. But yeah, appreciate you all. I know there's a lot of unity on this channel. I see it in the comments, and I get DMs, and people tell me that, and it makes me very happy. Very proud of this channel and all of you who watch, and myself. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see what this here badass tarot has to say. The old zebra print tarot. She did do a good job. This deck's so cool. The cards are so funny, of course, but like even just the look of it with the zebra on the outside and the holographic ends, like feels good when you shuffle it. If you are interested in the Badass Tarot, I do have a link to Harley Spencer's website in the description below. It's been there for a long time. She's been a friend of mine for a while online, and yeah, I don't get anything if you buy a deck. I just love the deck, and I've loved the first one. This is the second one, and she's a cool chick. So if you want to support her art and her work. Oh, yeah, the devil. How funny we get the devil card with Pluto finishing in Capricorn. And the last time we're going to see the moon conjunct that Pluto in Capricorn. This is some BDSM, devilish, devil stuff right here. Oh. It's funny because when I think about it, we live in a very material world, and there's a lot of like devilish connections to the material world. But we're here to experience that material world, and we're here to do something with it. And we can either get bent over by life and just have it give it to us, or we can be the one that's kind of taking initiative to give life our all. And trying not to be too dirty on this channel, but I got some 8th house placements that want to do some things, but I'm not going to go there with you guys. The choice is ours, and it starts within, and I think it's just like how we want to take it from life right now. Are we going to just take it and take it and take it, or are we going to start to maybe stand up more as individuals, as a collective, and start giving it and give it our all, and go all in for the things that we want to be passionate about, that we're truly driven for. And I think today's a good opportunity to assess what is driving us in life, and to assess where enough is enough, and I'm going to take some authority back for myself, and I don't need to be a masochist to my reality any longer. We don't deserve the pain. And if you say you just like the pain, I don't know if I believe you, because this life can dish out a lot of pain. And maybe it's time to start figuring out different ways to get ourselves into better positions for a better legacy of our life. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.